Good day and welcome to the Sport Rep Show. I am your host, Jesse Jackson Kauraitha, updating you on the latest sports news. And now for your latest on the hit list. Otjiwarongo-based Giants outfit Life Fighters FC are eager to conclude the season on a high note. The club is oozing with confidence after collecting maximum points over the weekend. They beat Blue Waters 4-0 and 11 arrows by a solid goal, signaling their ambitions to finish high up the table. We are not really where we want to be because life is all about success. We are happy with what we wanted to do this past weekend, but that is not where we want to be. Spokesperson Terry Uyamba said the club is currently in 5th place after 11 victories, 4 draws and 9 losses. They still have 5 matches to play before the season concludes. The club remains confident that they can possibly collect maximum points in the last game of the season. African Stars Football Club are on the verge of glory and could be crowned champions of the Debmarine Namibia Premiership today. The club confronts Okahanja United at the Escavalier Stadium at 1900 hours. Stars are coming off a back of a draw against Tigers in their previous match. They are now eager to make sure that the Premiership title stays in Windhoek. Okahanja United can, however, delay African Stars' party if they happen to grab a victory themselves. African Stars coach Mervin Bakera already signaled last week that his motives are to win the league and eventually qualify to the CAF Champions League. Stars have so far only lost 1 match, which was against Blue Waters about a fortnight ago. They are currently on 62 points, and Blue Waters, who are on 48, will mathematically not be able to catch them with only 5 matches remaining if they happen to win today. The Escavalier Stadium is expected to be packed to the rafters tonight. African Stars management have already called on the supporters to come in their numbers to witness what they expect to be an historic evening today. Mervin Bakera, coach, hopes that he also gets his first big title. He is a former Life Fighters, a former Tigers FC coach, and now he is with African Stars and hope that he is going to be victorious in his first season. It is indeed poised to be an electric atmosphere. We do know very well that Okahanja United are not an easy team, and they are coming up against a team they would love to beat. So tonight is going to be a fantastic evening of football, and we hope that the fans will be there to witness the historic moment, although that the party could be spoiled today. Cohen Fistball Club and Sport Klub Windhoek Escavalier further extended their lead in the standings in the National A and B categories as the Bank Windhoek Fistball League hosted its second match day at Swakopmund over the weekend. Escavalier A defended its lead in the Under-19 category. We will now go for a short break before Hit List continue. The IMS Moses AC boxing promotion has a big fight lined up on the 10th of June. However, they are doing it for a good cause. trying to collect money for baby Meta that needs assistance in terms of medical. She will require 500,000 in order for her to be treated. But however, the most important thing, or one of the highlights of that press conference, was Mbulelo, who is obviously threatening his opponent and saying that he is going to drop him down. Of course, let's wait and see. And now here is some of the video that was taken a few weeks ago.
Whatever they call you, there is no winner without a competitor, understand? And there's no success without challenges. Come the 10th, that's going to be Saturday of June in Upper Convention, I'm going to make myself a new name in boxing. They're going to call me Iron Man Mike Tyson. I drop you down so bad. Pork squad!
Alright, please can we have a face off now, gentlemen?
Hey, you are scaring my boy, man. Come on, you can't scare my boy. This guy was a rich.
The real top check.
Don't worry, we can come closer. You won't reach each other. You punches are short. Okay.
I can see.
We have the cap as well. Please remove the cap.
Breathe well. Come Saturday. If you don't know, it's gonna be the 10th of June in our convention. I'll make sure you look bad. AC and Martin, they are your trainers. They're gonna pick you up and take you in the ambulance. This ambulance, Northern ambulance, is ready to take you to ICU. And come the 10th, I'll come and bring salad in the hospital.
Thank you so much.
As you can see there, Mbulelo really making a threat and saying that he is going to take his opponent to the ICU. It is the 10th of June and we will wait to see what will happen. Of course, it will be a night where Flames Nangolo will also be in action, as well as upcoming Ron Raspel, who has also been doing well. Ims Moses said that he decided to assist Baby Meta because he feels that the Ubuntu or Bantu spirit must continue and people must be able to help each other. The spotlight is up next, but first let us go again to the marketplace. Well, the spotlight this week is on, that is the Sanlam Marathon. Excitement is building up as the Sanlam Marathon picks up momentum. NTV's Brian Munango is on standby to give us more information about the event. Stay tuned.
Okay, well, we are joined by Lorenza Prinzonski. I always struggle with this name.
No, but you're saying it right. It's okay.
Okay. You know, we had you here because of the Sanlam Marathon,
Yes.
the Coastal Marathon, taking place this Saturday. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling excited.
Mhm.
I can't sleep anymore. but we are ready.
Ready.
And that's all that matters, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Registrations?
Registration's closed 14th of April. We are very strict with that.
And you told
We
me
did
last
not-
time
We
there's
did not
no
open it for anything or
after-
anyone. Yes.
uh,
There's no late registrations at the venue as well. So
Okay.
please do not someone
show
out
up
there,
there
do
and
not
you are
show
like,
up.
here's my 20. I
Yes,
want to.
unfortunately, we are very strict on that, and I think we should continue to be strict with certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
they closed, yeah.
Well, like you said, you guys have been off a while because of COVID and stuff.
Yes.
And to come back now this year again, hope it's a good year we've had so far.
Yes.
Participants, how many people are we looking at? How many people have signed up for
Yeah.
the marathon? And yeah,
So we expected to have, or our number was 600. We have 800 entrants,
Wow.
867 to be specific.
wow.
And we are hopeful that all of them will pitch. We hope for good weather in the coast.
And
because
how is it looking so far? Are there any? Because
we'll see. We'll see.
yeah.
But we have, like I said, 867 entrants,
Wow.
and they are all excited to attend.
It's almost 700.
Almo-
That's a lot.
Almost 900.
Almost
867.
900. Yes.
Yes.
That's a lot of participants.
Yeah. So we are excited that it went above the expectation that we had of 600 entrants to 867.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Definitely a huge number. But yeah, run us through it. How are you guys using the Sanlam Coastal Marathon to have people qualify for the conference that's taking place in South Africa?
So as explained by one of the comrades runners, Joey, so there's a certain number, a certain time that you need to run.
Okay.
And that time is about 4 hours and 15 minutes.
4 hours, 15 minutes.
That you need to run, and you need to run 42.2k here to be able to qualify for the 90 kilometer in.
Wow. So the here is now the
at the coastal
coast.
marathon, yes.
Okay.
So this is basically our last qualifying event for the year for the comrades, and then next year we start again all over again. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about spectators. Why do you think, or why should people show up for the Sanlam Coastal Marathon?
I think as we've been going with this promotion of the event, there are really 3 things that stand out for us. It's health for Sanlam, it's mental health, fitness, and physical health. And I think this is what a lot of runners go through. It's a mental thing. You run there and you think about everything and anything that you can think of.
Yeah.
You are by yourself, there's no distractions. So whatever you're going through, you're letting go through the process.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most important thing, that as Sanlam, with life insurance, we are really taking care of our people through that aspect.
Yeah.
Making you go through and just feel good about
Have fun,
yourself.
enjoy yourself.
Enjoy yourself. So that's the 3 things that we're looking at: mental, physical, fitness, and for you to live with confidence. Yes.
Very well said.
Yes.
But yes, okay, you personally, you yourself, are you taking part in the marathon? I was supposed to, but yeah, life brings you melons, and then at the end of the day, you can't do it anymore. So,
I
yeah.
unfortunately won't take part. I might. It depends on how things go the day of the event. So if I do take part, I'll take part in a 10-kilometer run. I will walk the first 5 and run
then
the last.
run the last 5.
But I hope to take part. If not, then it would be that there's a lot of things on
That
the
has to be
ground
done.
that has to be done.
Yeah. I don't know why I didn't ask this question earlier, but starting point.
Starting
Where's the starting point?
Starting point, finish point, same point. It's in Strand Street, right next to Strand Hotel,
Okay.
at the tennis court, the parking area.
Oh, okay.
So both are there. We start there and we finish there. And then this coming Friday, 28th of February, we have a collection of numbers at the same same place,
same venue, yeah.
at the parking area. That starts from 4 o'clock till 8 o'clock in the evening.
4 o'clock to 8, yeah.
But we saw that it would be helpful to have one in Windhoek, a collection of numbers. So that will be tomorrow from 4:30 till 7 in the evening. They get their numbers, their t-shirts, their goodie bag, and then they can, so that we don't necessarily make you rush to the coast
Yeah,
on
so
Friday.
for those that are in Windhoek, you guys can have it done tomorrow.
Tomorrow from
4:30
4:30
to
till 7.
And then the other guys in Swakop collect the stuff on
Yes.
Friday.
So whoever does not manage to collect in
In
Windhoek
Windhoek can do it in
manages in Swakop, yeah.
Okay, well, there you guys heard it. Sanlam Coastal Marathon. We are very excited. Taking place on Saturday. Tomorrow you can still register and sign up for your numbers. And then also on Friday in Swakop. But as from us here in studio, it is goodbye.
Thank you.
Well, Brandon, I hope you also join the Sanlam Marathon and do a bit of running there. The international scene is, of course, expecting that is the derby between Manchester City and Arsenal. It is not a London derby, but it is a match that is poised to bring that. Speaking about international stuff, we'll go for a short break. And after that, Ario Hart is on standby to give us the latest international news.
Good day, everyone. Time for international sports news, starting off with soccer news. That is South African soccer that indicated that they will bid to host the 2027 Women's FIFA World Cup. And there's 3 other bids. So South Africa will be one of 4 official bids trying to get the 2027 tournament. The other 3 hosts will be the USA and Mexico that will have a combined offer, and then also Brazil is in for the bid, and then also there's a combination of the Netherlands, Belgium and Germany being the 3rd bid, South Africa being the 4th. South Africa, of course, hosted the 2010 Men's FIFA World Cup very successfully and do have the infrastructure to host an elite World Cup event. It will be decided on the 17th of May 2024 which country will host the 2027 FIFA Women's World Cup. This year, the World Cup for Women will be in Australia and New Zealand, and the elite tournament will start on the 20th of July, with South Africa also being one of the countries that qualified for this event. The Men's World Cup, the next one, will be in 2026, and that will be hosted by the combined by the United States, Mexico and also Canada. And continuing international sports news with rugby news, and it's South African rugby that announced that they're concerned about the availability of Siya Kolisi for the World Cup that will be starting in September in France, a Rugby World Cup later this year. South Africa, of course, defending their World Cup that they won 4 years ago. It is Siya Kolisi that injured his knee in the last round-robin game that was played in the United Rugby Championship. That was when the Sharks played against Munster. So there's concern that if he needs surgery on the knee, then he's in big doubt to play in the tournament starting in September. He's still being assessed by medical staff. Continuing international sports news with tennis news, and on the men's and women's side, the WTA and ATP tours, it is the Madrid Open that continues, or will start this week, and it is a part of the clay court season leading up to the French Open that will start in a month or two's time. On the men's side, the organizers indicated or announced that number 1 seed in the world, Novak Djokovic, withdrew from the tournament. He's still ill or do have an injury. They did not disclose his condition. The number 1 seed now for the tournament will be Carlos Alcaraz. He's the number 2 seed in the world. Number 2 in the seeded for Madrid is Daniel Medvedev, with the 3rd seed being Casper Ruud, and then 4th seed is Stefanos Tsitsipas that played in the final of the Barcelona Tournament Open just this past weekend against Carlos Alcaraz. In the women's draw, Iga Swiatek, world number 1, is the number 1 seed, followed by world number 2, Aryna Sabalenka, and then Jessica Pegula of the USA. She's the number 3 seeded player in the world, and she's also 3rd seeded for this Madrid Open tournament. The French Open will start on the 28th of May and finishes on the 11th of June. So this is all good preparation for that tournament. Closing off today's international sports news with more soccer news, and it is indications that Harry Kane, the Tottenham Hotspur striker and England striker, might sign for Manchester United. They're in discussions with him. Harry Kane did indicate a long time ago that he wants to play Champions League football. Tottenham Hotspur battling this year again. They will not make the top 4, and indications are strong that he will leave Tottenham Hotspur after this season. He still needs to wait as well to see if Manchester United do make the top 4. Currently they're in the top 4, but still a few games to go in the English Premier League. And more football news from Tottenham Hotspur is that they sacked their interim coach, that is Christian Stellini. Stellini was just in charge for 4 games, and the last game they played against Newcastle, they lost by 6-1. So he's been sacked as the manager of Tottenham Hotspur. That's international sports news for today. Hope you have a great sport day, and we talk again tomorrow. Goodbye.
Did you know you can buy a new or second-hand vehicle such as light delivery vans, trailers, small trucks and tractors for agricultural use? The repayment period for these vehicles ranges between 5 and 10 years. Contact your nearest Agribank branch or visit our website at www.agribank.com.na for more information about this loan product. You can also visit us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn and YouTube. Agribank, your all-season bank.
E-Ticket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. For more information, contact events@nhom.na.
Welcome to What's Cooking, where culinary passion meets expert insights.
Somebody must really want to cook and want to cook good food.
Immerse yourself in the bustling world of professional kitchens as top chefs create mouthwatering dishes. Join us for in-depth interviews as our host explores the experiences and expertise of our guest chefs. Don't miss out. Tune in to What's Cooking on NTV every Friday at 2100 hours and let the culinary adventure begin.
Well, thank you so much, Ari, for that update on international news. I'm sure we do expect a big match between, that is, Tottenham Hotspurs and Manchester United. Man United coming off a back of a victory that sent them straight into the FA Cup final, and they have a date set against their noisy neighbors, Manchester City. So it is going to be a big one there. Speaking of big ones, we just have to allude back to that is African Stars, and that is Okahanja United. It is going to be a big one, and I don't know where you put your money on, because we do expect fireworks today. I'm sure that the Escave Stadium is going to be packed to the rafters, and African Stars, if they have done this season, not losing many games, so they just need that victory. And also, if they don't happen to win today, they will just need Blue Waters to drop points, and they will win without even kicking a ball. So that is why it is so big and important, that is for African Stars to do good under its chairman Patrick Kauta, as well as a guy like Solomon Hay that has been there with the team. This team, of course, signing the top players, many of them with national team caps, and you can see Awilo Stefanes also part of this team as their top goal scorer with 16 goals, and he is also running, that is, for the Golden Boot. That is all we had for you today. You may enjoy the rest of the day, and goodbye.